Good morning, guys. Dave Santarelli here from BreakingChartAlerts.com. Big news this morning. Apple and Tesla shares have finally split. Here is Tesla on the left, Apple on the right here. Apple's getting a nice little climb here, up 1.26% here in the pre-market hours. Tesla's retracing a bit. I wasn't too optimistic after Tesla split there, but she might get some energy in the day. It's a Monday, so we're going to be looking for good swing trade setups for this week's expo. Look for some more of those paycheck trades, and we'll see what we could do here. So about 3 minutes until opening bell. Tesla, Apple stocks have split. Apple now at $126.29 a share. Tesla $439.59. Let's take a look at a couple of our other trades. Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line still climbing there. We got a nice trade on this. We had the 1020 cross, 10 now crossing that 50, 17.28 a share, continuing to climb. We got resistance right at around $18 here that we need to break to get that next run up to 20. If we could break that 18 this week, I think we should see 20 fairly soon. So we're going to be looking at that this week. Another one is Marriott. Marriott still holding within the previous candle's body. It was higher here in the pre-market. We're going to continue to look at that. Microsoft, MSFT, still looking good here on Microsoft. Drag that over. Microsoft looking good. We'll be watching that this morning and today as well. The futures pulled back quite a bit from the highs there. Apple's still continuing to climb up, now almost 2%. Let's see, Cisco, CSCO. Let's take a look at that. See how beautifully Cisco's holding that base support right at around $150, $42. That's what we're looking for there. Now I want to see that break above that $42.50 by this week. Let's take a look at Rocket Mortgage, RKT. Another big climb here on Rocket Mortgage, nearing that $30 a share. You remember I was talking about this last week. I'm zooming in here on Rocket Mortgage. I want you to take a look. Look at that big breakout, and then the retracement back down to support, and now we're starting to climb on Rocket again. This is going to be one you want to keep an eye on this week. See how we retrace down to that support. Now we're starting that climb. We have the confirmed climb here on Rocket Mortgage. Remember, this one just had its IPO too, so she's in her infancy here in that run. Apple still running up 2.16% now on Apple. So keep an eye on Rocket Mortgage and Apple. Let's see what Tesla's doing here. We have some Rocket Mortgage trades there, so that's looking good. Tesla's starting to climb here as well, so let's keep an eye on these the first 15 minutes of the day. Here we go. Here is opening bell, guys. Let's put Apple on it today, 1 minute. Wow, look at the opening here we have. Our open... We are up $3,000 on opening bell here. Take a look at that. Nice climb here in the morning. Now up $3,100. Looking good there. Apple still continuing to run. Apple up now almost 2.5%, guys. Apple still on the climb. We might be doing another Apple trade. We got that Apple vertical spread. I think we could probably do a paycheck trade on Apple this week, but I don't want to jump in prematurely. So we'll probably be doing that in the next, I don't know if we'll do it towards the end of the day or if we'll do it towards the end of this live stream here at 10:30-ish. We'll see how that goes. But take a look now what we're up. We were up $2,900 before. Now we're up $4,000 here for the day to start the Monday. That's not a bad way to start the week here. Up $4,000 on our current trades, $3,973. And that's being fueled big time by Apple and by Rocket Mortgage. AMC trades continuing to climb there. Our AMC trades looking good. If Apple could break that 130 a share there, we're definitely going to be jumping back in Apple. Apple's been a beautiful stock for us. We've been making some nice gains on Apple here, so I want to stick with Apple. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Tesla's not really doing too much just yet. I'm to be honest with you, like I said, I'm not a big fan of that one there, so we'll be looking at Apple this week. And we got some other good setups here too. Apple's up over 2%. That's continuing to climb. DBX up 1.25%. And we have gold continuing to climb ahead of the election here. There goes Tesla, a big candle on Tesla, breaking that 445. Let's see if that starts that run. Apple still holding and climbing. And we'll see what happens. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Oh, Tom's got his BCA shirt on. Nice. Looking good. Here you go. Here's your Starbucks.
All right.
Your coffee, I drank it.
Is there coffee?
I drank it. There's one right there. I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m., so I was dead. No, I'm saying right there you can make one. Look at Apple. Did you check out Apple? Apple is running almost 3% now. Yeah. Tesla is starting its climb too. Look at Tesla up 1.2% now. I'm probably going to be making a trade on Apple before that 10:30-ish time comes. Let's take a look at 3-month daily on Apple. What is going on with E-Trade here? Trying to look at a daily chart. Not letting me do it. Let me get the other chart over here. See if this one wants to work any better. Okay, 3-month. There we go. So Apple shares are looking good. 127.50. Got a doji there on the day. Shares up 2.15%. Tesla highs of the day up $7 now, $7.50. Tesla today, 1 minute. Looking good there. Nvidia. Take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia up $1 for the day there, still continuing its climb. Now remember, Nvidia had that upgrade to 580 a share like a week or two ago. So keep an eye on Nvidia. Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla. There's 3 stocks you want to keep an eye on this week. Let's see. Our AMD trade. Did you guys check out AMD today? AMD. Now remember, we're in an AMD trade. Remember how we were talking about that retreat? We got into this trade right here. Remember when this came down to that 10 SMA right here? And it started that bounce, and we got into this trade. Now we're having that continued bounce off that 10. Now we're going to have resistance right around $87. So another $1.15 climb on AMD until we get up to that resistance area. We get up to that resistance, we're going to look for that breakout, and we're going to look for those new highs then. AMD is looking fantastic. Our AMD trade's already up $500 for the day. Let me pull up the trade challenge account over to the left. Let's see what Delta's doing here. Delta's not doing too much just yet, still within the previous candle's body. Today, 1 minute, it's flattened out, come down to 31.50 support. That's going to be important for that to hold there. Let's see what else we got going on here. Snapchat's having a nice breakout. Take a look at Snapchat. We got that 10-20 cross, nice breakout. We got resistance on Snapchat at $24. Let's look at the option chain, see if we could do something on Snapchat. I like that setup quite a bit there on Snapchat. Just breaking that 50 now. I think we could easily see that 25, 26 within the next month. That's something I'd love to get the October 16th monthly expo on. Let's take a look at what the 23 strike's going for. 23 strike, only $1.72 for the October 16th. I like that. I'm going to make a trade here, and I'm going to make a trade on Snapchat. I'm going to buy to open the October 16th. I'm going to pick up the 23 strike call. That's going for about $1.70. I'm going to pick up 10 contracts of that for now. I'll pump it up to $1.72. Place trade, and we are executed. There's the first trade of the day, first trade of the week. Order status, that was completed, and we are now in Snapchat October 16th, 23 strike call. We are in at $1.71 a contract. So now you know we are in our first trade of the week. I like that setup too on Snapchat. That's having a beautiful daily chart there. We're going to have a little bit of resistance right around 23. We could break that $24.50 to $25, maybe even 27 by October 16th. So my target on Snapchat for that October 16th expo is going to be between, let's say, 25 and 27. Our stop on that is going to be, let's say, 22. So we have about an 88-cent stop on that, and we have about a $3, $4 climb higher. So that's a beautiful risk to reward ratio right there. We're looking for that $4 climb, 80-cent stop from where it's at. So it drops 80 cents, we're stopped out. Our target is $4 higher than where it's at right now. That's a nice risk to reward ratio on a chart set up like Snapchat here. So nice. There's our first trade. Let me get that up here on YouTube. So let's see. What did I get? This snap. Okay, save that. And there we go. Now that is on. There we go. That is now on YouTube there. So you can see that on our current trades. Let me go send that alert out. Alrighty, great. Alrighty, that alert is now being sent out. Nice job on that trade. So we're in for $1.71 a contract on Snapchat. Our target's going to be between, let's say, 25 and 27-ish. And our stop, like I said, is going to be right around 22. That's looking good there. Now let's go over here and take a look at Apple. Apple shares pulling back a little bit from the highs this morning, starting that climb off that 126.25 support at that 20 SMA on today 1 minute. Let's look for that climb above 127.25 for that continued climb. Let's see what else is on the watch list. Hey, you guys are still in T-Doc? T-Doc's got a nice climb there. Ron Medlin, any of you guys in that trade? Let's see. Ramir R on YouTube. Hey guys on YouTube, you guys have any questions? Anything you want to go over? Good morning, Ramiz. Quantum. Look at that nice candle there on Apple. A nice breakout on Apple there. Liking the looks of that. T-Doc is having a nice breakout though. Let's see. Ron says he got out Friday. Didn't like how it looked. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ron. She was still holding between the NTZ. Support was right at around 208, 209. Still starting that climb. You look for about 220 resistance. If she breaks that 220, you'll be looking at that 230. Let's see. Fu Lee on YouTube says FedEx has earnings on September 14th. Do you think it will have a run? Do you think it will have run to go? I think you mean room to grow. Let's take a look. FDX, FedEx. Let's take a look at the 3-month daily chart here. I think FedEx is a beautiful stock to jump into. But here's the thing there, Fu Lee. Fu, if you were thinking about FedEx prior to earnings, I'd be looking at UPS. That's a piggyback trade. Let's take a look at the calendar here.
MSFT, also Oracle, ORCL, Fox Business News, and Charlie Gasparino tweeting that White House aides are conceding Microsoft is TikTok bidder best position to secure data regarding national security.
So White House is saying Microsoft's in the best position for TikTok, if you guys could hear that breaking news there. So that's good to hear. We're still in our Microsoft trades. Looking good. All right, so FedEx here, we're looking. September 15th is when FedEx comes out with earnings. So if FedEx comes out with earnings on the 15th, let's take a look at UPS. If it's later than that, then we could jump in a piggyback trade on UPS. And I'm sure you guys remember the UPS and FedEx trades we made last time during earnings on those piggyback trades. They were 300% gains. So you got to remember, too, we have holiday season coming up. So now there's going to be some type of sector rotation going towards those retail stocks and the holiday cyclical trends here. So that's really important to keep in mind. Keep that in the back of your head there. There's going to be some type of sector rotation here because the holidays are coming up, and that's what people are going to be buying. So these stocks that haven't done anything for quite some time, you're going to start seeing those pick up as we get closer to the holiday season here. So FedEx earnings are on September 15th. Let's now take a look at UPS. UPS, nothing for September. It has earnings in October. So that's a month away. You know, well, a month after FedEx earnings, right? FedEx earnings were FDX. They were in September. So what I'd like to do is pick up October, or not October. Let's say the third Friday of September is going to be the 18th. Let's take a look and see. So if FedEx reports on the 15th, if they do well, UPS is going to get a pop on that date as well. So we can make a piggyback trade off of the FedEx earnings on the 15th, since that implied volatility for UPS is going to be much lower than FedEx. Because FedEx is having a nice implied move off of that earnings, where UPS doesn't have that event coming up, so that implied move is much lower. That means those options are going to be much cheaper for UPS compared to FedEx. So now let's take a look at UPS at the option chain here. Let's take a look at the September 18th monthly expo. Now the stock's trading about 163 a share. Do you understand that? So now look at that breakout happening. It's just breaking above that consolidation box now on UPS. I'd like to get into that UPS trade. I know it's early on a Monday morning here, but you know, we got to take advantage of that break above that consolidation. You know, and going with that September 18th expo there off that piggyback trade off FedEx, I think that's going to be a nice one there. So the 162.50s are going for about $4.80. I just want to make about a $2,000 trade on that for now. So I'm just going to pick up 3 contracts. That'll make it about, let's see, September 18th. Let's see, 162.50s going for about let's say about 480. I'll go up to 485. Buy to open, 3 contracts, place trade, and let's see, order status. That's a live order here. It's a live order. I'm going to go in there and change it. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to up that to, let's say, 4.9. Buy to open, place trade. That's a live order, and that has executed. We have a successful execution at 4.89 a contract. So we just picked up UPS September 18th, 162.50 strike call. We made that 3 contracts. We don't want to jump in too much yet. We want to see it's early Monday. So now if Wednesday comes along, markets are still chugging along, we'll add another 2 contracts to that, bring it up to 5. And if we continue that breakout, we'll add another 5 to make that about a $4,000 or $5,000 trade in the end. But right now, we're just leveraging in here. Okay, so $4.89 a contract. Let me get that up here on our YouTube for you. Let's see. So now we have the UPS. And remember, this is a piggyback trade. A piggyback trade off FedEx earnings, okay? So UPS September 18th. 162.50. Call. And there we go. That's now on YouTube. Alrighty. Ron Medlin says Tesla, new highs. Let's take a look. So look at this. We're starting off the morning here now with a nice $2,500 gain. And we really didn't even do much yet. So we're up $2,445.32 to start the morning. UPS is still running and looking good. Now we made some swing trades. Now a little bit in the afternoon here, we're going to look for some trade challenge trades. Those of you that are on YouTube. So we trade live in the morning, 9:30 to 10:30, and then 2 to 4 in the afternoon. So if you guys want to come join us in the afternoon live trading session, we're going to be looking at some trade challenge trades there. And we already grew the account nearing 300%. And that's just really actively trading for about the past month, since the end of July. Let's take a look at Tesla now. TSLA. That is looking good. Nice breakout on Tesla. Still continuing to climb. Stock's now up over 3%. Now let's take a look at the option chain on Tesla. Maybe since the options are a little cheaper now, we could do something for a little bit further out. TSLA. Stock soaring here, up over 3% for the day. Now look at how expensive these options are. Even for this week's expo, you're going to pay $2,000 for that. So what's a good strategy to use if you can't risk that $2,000 a contract? We could get an in-the-money vertical spread as a paycheck trade. That we don't need the stock to move, because right now if you pick up these calls on Tesla, your break even is strike price plus premium paid. So $460 plus $20 a contract, you need it at $480 just to break even. Tesla right now is at $455. You need a big climb there just to break even. So watch this strategy. Instead of spending $2,000 for something you need to climb by 10% to break even, watch this. Vertical spread, buy to open, sell to open. We're going to pick up the vertical bull call spread here for the September 4th expo. I'm not picking this up. I'm just giving a trade idea on this, just to be clear. So you pick up that 450, 455 vertical spread, going for $230 a contract to be worth $5. Tesla could drop $5. I'm going to make this trade. I'll get 4 contracts here for $1,000. That could be a nice little setup there. Net debit limit order, 2.60 per contract to be worth $5. Let's submit that order here. Place trade. Let's see, order status. There we go. We are now in a Tesla trade. So now we jumped in. We picked up the Tesla 450, 455 vertical spread. We are in for, let's see what our execution was at. We are executed at 26.32 minus 23.72. Right, fingers hit a different button there. 26.32 minus 23.72. We're in at 2.60 a contract, so $260. Do you see how this vertical spread here, it brought us from a $2,000 trade that we need the stock to climb 10% to break even, compared to picking up this vertical spread here where the stock could drop $5 and we're still going to make how much? The max gain we could make on a spread is the difference between the two strikes. So from 450 to 455, that's $5. We paid $260. 5, divide that by 2.6, that's a 92.31% max net gain there. So now we're going to make a 92% return even if Tesla drops $3, stays where it's at, or climbs. So that's a better risk to reward ratio, picking up this vertical spread compared to those calls there. So nice job on that. Alrighty, let's see what we want to do here now. Rocket Mortgage is still continuing to climb really nice here. Let's take a look at RKT. Rocket Mortgage, $29.14 a share. That's starting to climb off that 50 SMA support. You're looking for that break above that 20. So you're looking for a real break above about 29.30 a share for that continued run to hit new highs there. I think we could see Rocket at 30 bucks by the end of today. So let me put on here the Tesla vertical spread now that we just made. Tesla September 4th. Let's see. The 450 slash 455 spread. Okay, there we go. Now that is on YouTube there. And that's nice. There goes Rocket continuing to climb higher here. UPS looking good, holding base support 162.50.
U.S. VP Mike Pence will speak with governors about coronavirus response at 4 p.m. today.
AMD, Rocket Mortgage, Tesla looking good there. See what Cisco's doing. Cisco is only down 3 cents for the day, not doing too much yet. Let's take a look. MSFT, Microsoft. Ron, I don't do paycheck trades this early in the week here. You'll learn that. You know, for paycheck trades, Tuesday, Wednesday is usually a good day to make those. So, you know, Mondays, you really want to observe the market a little bit more. And, you know, it's a famous saying, turnaround Tuesday. You know, if you get a big move on Monday, you know, you have a turnaround on Tuesday. The big thing is the market has to absorb the news from over the weekend. And the nice thing is, though, we got some great news. There's going to be a vaccine within the next 30 days here for emergency use in the United States. And that's going to be coming from Moderna and probably Novavax, NVAX. So let's take a look at Moderna. That's the front runner there. They already have the biggest trial. This stock's down 5%, but I think that's going to be a nice way to pick that up there. Came down to support around 65, 64 bucks here. So I'm going to be looking for that to turn around. And if that does start to turn around, I'm going to be jumping in that. I'm actually going to set a alert here. Alert has been met. Okay, let's see alerts. I'm going to make an alert on Moderna, mRNA. I want that let's get an alert if this gets up above 66 a share. 66.00 breakout. We'll label that buy. And then we'll buy that up to at least 75, 80 bucks there. Once that vaccine comes out, I'm telling you guys, the first news of that vaccine being approved by the FDA, these stocks are going to jump. You have to be prepared. Listen to that news. It's going to be easy money. It's going to be like printing money once we hear that. Because think of all the traders that are waiting for that vaccine approval. Once that we get that vaccine approval, I think we're going to see big volume coming into these vaccine stocks. So just keep that in mind. Okay, we just placed that alert. Now we're going to get an alert once Moderna breaks that $66 a share. And if she breaks that $66, that's going to be my entry into a trade on Moderna. Probably going with the December or January expo there just to capture that full upside there. Because if we get that vaccine approval, she could easily break that $95 to $100. And if she's only at 64 now, that's plenty of room to run there. And now the strategy I'd probably use on Moderna would probably be a further out of the money vertical spread. So if you come over here and look at the option chain, mRNA. So that's probably something in, let's see the November 20th, buy to open. I'm not placing a trade here just to make you aware. I'm just looking at the setups here and deciding what strategy I want to use. So November 20th, and out of the money, I'd probably pick up the, let me see here, the chart. I'd probably pick up the 80-85 vertical. 80-85 vertical.
And the Russell
That's going for $1 to be worth $5. That's a 500% return there if Moderna broke that 85. So it only cost $100 for this spread to be worth 500. That's not bad. If we get that vaccine approval, there's a good chance that's going to have a big climb there. So keep that in mind. Alrighty, let's see what we got going on here. Not too much yet. A little bit of a pullback from the highs this morning. Zoom has earnings after the bell. So those of you that are with us, here's the newsletter from today. There's the newsletter. We have some upgrades this morning. We have an upgrade on Beyond Meat. We could take a look at that shortly. Beyond Meat, CSX, Worry Financial, Premier, downgrades, Noble Energy.
Also at 10:30 heads up.
T-Mobile, or not T-Mobile. I hate looking at AT&T and seeing that ticker symbol T. So AT&T downgraded to $30. Target changes. Citigroup lifted the price target for a workday from $173 to $218. The stock's already at $242, so that genius, you know, he just got a nice paycheck for that. Isn't it amazing how stocks trading? Tom's here with us in the office from California. Tom, the analyst upgraded workday to 200 and how much was it? $218 a share. The stock's at 250. These guys are geniuses, aren't they?
They get paid big bucks.
Yeah, they do. Big bucks. My target on Tesla's $100. As long as she's above that. Alrighty, so KeyBank boosted Dollar General price target from 210 to 225. That stock's only at 200. So let's take a look at Dollar General. I think my battery's running low on my mouse here. I don't think I have any batteries left either. Now look at Dollar General. It's holding that 10 SMA. We have base support at about $200 a share, and we could easily see this at 210. Now here's the thing, guys. Dollar General was upgraded. You know, so we got a climb here of about 225. 225 she was upgraded to. So that is going to continue to move there. So if you're looking at Dollar General, there's a nice opportunity to pick up Dollar General. I'll probably wait until tomorrow to pick up anything on DG. But that's a nice setup. Stock's up about 1% here. It's looking good. Now, if we go and take a look at the November 20th Expo, that's ahead of the holiday season here. That's really nice. We could pick up the Dollar General 200 strike call for about $11.75. So break even would be that 200 strike we picked up plus premium paid. So about $211.75 for break even. She gets up to that 220. You're looking at 100% return right there. So that is not a bad setup there on Dollar General. But me personally, what I'd be looking to do, even if you wanted a paycheck trade for this week, paycheck trade September 4th, like I said, I'm going to wait to pick that up. Or I'll wait for a green candle tomorrow. A green candle tomorrow, I'd pick up a paycheck trade on Dollar General. So let's take a look. Stock's at 202.09. So we could pick up the 200, 202.50 vertical spread. That's going for $1.35. Max that could be worth is the difference between these two strikes. So 200 to 202.50. You can see right here, the max this spread could be worth is the difference between these. So 2.50 is the max worth. Now remember, there's 100 shares per contract here. So if there's 100 shares per contract, we have to multiply that by 100. So if it costs $1.35 per contract to be worth $2.50, 2.5, divide that by 1.35. That's a max net gain there of 85.19%. And the stock only needs to climb by about 46 cents more there. So it's going to cost $135 for one contract to be worth $250 on your expiration date there, as long as Dollar General is above that 202.50 a share. So really nice setup there. Guys on YouTube, do you guys understand that? You guys have anything you want me to go over? Anything you want me to make a little bit more clear? Members in the trade room, those of you that are following our trade plan, you guys obviously know what we're doing here. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Let's see, Leatherface says, Tesla's looking good, eh? She is. Tesla is looking pretty good this morning. I like that breakout there. Trading within the previous candle's body. I'm looking for that break above that 265 for reaching that new high there. She could easily get up to 500 this week if she starts that momentum. Quantum says UPS. They jumped in UPS. He's thinking about adding to the Marriott dip here. Marriott, that's not really a dip. It's still trading within the previous candle's body there. So I like that. That's looking good. Dan says, what broker should I pick? I am jumping around and I hate all of them. Well, I think we all hate our brokers, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, E-Trade has problems. Thinkorswim has problems, you know. But I like E-Trade and Thinkorswim. You know, they're the best ones out there. Interactive Brokers is a good one. So those are my top three. Robinhood, I'd stay the heck away from Robinhood. You know, there's way too many problems with that. I've seen people that couldn't trade for days. And, you know, lost a lot of money in their positions because they couldn't close it out. How could you stay with a brokerage firm like that? So, for me personally, I'd stick with TD Ameritrade or E-Trade or something like Interactive Brokers. And then, of course, if you're trading internationally, there's some international brokerage firms that you don't even need the PDT rule to day trade. So, you know, that's just a United States rule. So, if you guys open a brokerage firm like in Bahamas or something, which there are brokerage firms in the Bahamas, you could have a $5,000 account and day trade as much as you want. So, there's ways to get around that PDT rule. And one of them in the United States is having that cash account. So, if you have a cash account with no margin, level 2 options, then you're able to buy, sell options, and you can make 10 trades in a day, as long as you don't go over the current available cash for withdrawal in the account there. JD Poon says, Think or Swim. TD Thinkorswim is down right now. Wow, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Let's see. Dishani Patamasari says, Hey Dave, what do you think about BYD? I don't know if you mean Beyond or BYD. Let me see if there is a BYD. Boyd Gaming, $27.74. Looks like it has some resistance right around $31 a share. And then she could be looking for that 35. So about 30, 31 first target resistance. And then second target resistance is going to be $35 on Boyd Gaming there. Let's see. S&P 500 says, Dave, what do you think about the Nike trade? NKE. She's down 0.7% here, 70 cents for the day. Now, here's the thing about the Nike trade. She's still within the previous candle's body. And those of you that know our trade plan, what's this area right here? So that's what you're waiting for. Great job, Tyler Cummings in the trade room. Look at how nicely our members could identify these situations. So in the trade room, Tyler just says NTZ. That's a no trade zone or consolidation area. Great job, Tyler. Great job. Let's see. Are the trades getting posted in here? I'm not getting text alerts. Brian W. Text alerts are for pro and elite traders. If you are, let us know. We'll have to check your system there. Maybe you put in a wrong digit or something. But they have been sent out. Carson Garde said he's getting the alerts there. So
A study supported by the company.
thank you, Carson.
Silicon nitride.
Great to hear from you. Hope you had a great weekend, Carson. Skyjack got it. Let's see. Alex T said, any idea for Zoom? Zoom has earnings after the bell today. So we got some good info there. Let's see. Guys, take a look at AMD. Wow, AMD is rocketing higher. Look at AMD breaking that resistance. Look at it today, 1 minute chart. Look at AMD breaking out right here. I just looked up. My AMD trades up $2,000 for the day. I'm like, wow, look at that breakout there. From 85.75 all the way up to, she had a dollar climb there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, a dollar climb there. Really nice. AMD now up 1.42% for the day. Still continuing to climb and looking good. Let's see. Joe Callahan says Amazon slow and steadily climbing. Let's take a look at Amazon. AMZN. Amazon's really nicely climbing up $50 for the day. There's actually breaking news on Amazon this morning. Did you guys hear about it? So the big news on Amazon this morning was Amazon's drones. So Amazon wants to do drone delivery, right? Amazon just got FAA, Federal Aviation Administration clearance for delivering packages with their drones. The FAA just approved them today. So now, instead of using vehicles, they're approved now to be sending packages with drones. So that's amazing. That's a big step for Amazon. That's a milestone. It's the first company that was ever approved by the FAA to deliver packages with drones.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. So that stock's climbing off of that news, up 1.5%, up $52 for the day here. Looking good. Also, there was news. Amazon orders 1,800 electric vans from Mercedes for delivery. We heard that last week on Friday, but that's also news. Now, if you take a look at Amazon on the 3-month daily chart here, she's just starting to break that resistance again. Amazon's at new highs. Remember Amazon a few weeks ago? She was upgraded to $3,800 a share. That's about a 400-point climb from where it's at. So you got to remember that. When these stocks, these big movers, these big companies are getting upgrades like that, usually they have that move up to that target analyst price target pretty quick here. So that's continuing to climb. That's looking great. It's now 10:10 a.m., about 40 minutes into the day. And we're already up $2,500 for the day. Let's see what Apple's doing over here. UPS is climbing there. Apple's still up 2.23%. Just not far off the day's highs. Just about $1 off the day's highs. Jack Dottie says, the last thing I want in my life is drones flying around and all the time delivering junk. Watch it doesn't, watch one of them doesn't fall on your head, right? Can you imagine that? Amazon sued from packages falling on people's heads. That'll be the next headline. Let's see. Avilio says Dell. D-E-L-L. Dell is looking good there for a nice swing trade, Avilio. I'm not a big fan of trading Dell, but look at the breakout she has. Beautiful breakouts off that support at 45. Had that break up to about 50. Retracement back down to that 20. Another breakout. Retracement down to that 20. She's using that 20 the entire time here as that retracement, as you can see here on a daily chart. So when you're trading this, you got to say, hey, that 20 is going to be acting as your support now going forward on that breakout momentum. So nice, beautiful trade plan perfection there, you know, as she's coming, retracing down to that 20, having that next big breakout. So that's a nice one, Avilio. It's early. I don't want to go making too many trades too early in the morning here, or early in the week, I should say. We already made about 4 trades. Here is the order status. Here are the trades that we made today so far. We made the Tesla vertical spread, 450, 455. Tesla's at 457 now, so she could drop by $2. We're still going to make that 92% gain. UPS, we got into a piggyback trade off of UPS, picking up the September 18th, 162.50 strike call at $4.89 a contract, $489 to control 100 shares of UPS. That's a no-brainer off of that FedEx report. And then we also picked up Snapchat. I like that going into the election, so we picked up October 16th. I think that's going to continue to run here. October 16th, 23 strike call. We paid $1.71 or $171 to control 100 shares of Snapchat there per contract. We're actually controlling 1,000 shares of Snapchat for about $1,710 there. So I like that. Apple's starting to climb off that 172.25 support. Just breaking above that 20 SMA now on a today 1 minute. That's looking good. Let's see here. Let's go back over Zoom. They're asking about that in the trade room here at breakingchartalerts.com. Zoom 305.75. Stock's up 2% here. What a breakout. I think they're going to have a hell of a quarter, don't you? After all these colleges, universities are now switching to the Zoom platform.
High schools, elementary schools.
Yeah, high schools, elementary schools, colleges, universities, workplaces. If you got, you know what? We're probably going to pick up a nice Zoom trade. We're going to analyze a good out-of-the-money vertical spread there on Zoom in the afternoon trade session that I think we could capture a few 100% return on if she has that expected move we're expecting. Let's take a look and see what the implied move is on Zoom right now. Let me go over to my platform here and pull that up. ZM. Wow, the implied move is about 16% on Zoom. So the stocks right now is at 306.69, 306.69. Multiply that by 0.16. They're expecting about a 50-point move on Zoom up or down. So that means that implied move here, Wall Street is expecting a move up or down of about 50 points. So 50 points higher is going to bring that up to about 357. A 50-point drop is going to bring that down to about 257. So, you know, we could look at the advanced trading strategies in the afternoon as well on Zoom. We could look for that special iron condor, an out-of-the-money vertical spread. There's a few things we could be looking at here in the afternoon, but I definitely want to take a look at Zoom in the afternoon here for a nice type of trade off their earnings after the bell today. Guys, AMD, I'm up 3,000 on the day on AMD now on that spread that we have. AMD just broke 87. Remember, we have the 85, 86 vertical spread on AMD, right? So as long as AMD is above $86 by Friday, we're going to make, how much did we pay for that spread? Let me see here. We paid 3.22 minus 2.72. We paid 50 cents for that to be worth $1. We're going to have a 100% gain on this AMD trade as long as she's above $86. Beautiful setup there. AMD, so she has resistance right at about 87, 87.50. She breaks that 87.50, we're going to be looking at a $90 target on AMD this week. So if she breaks that resistance there, we could look at a regular call for this week's expo, or we could look at the September 18th monthly expo as well. There goes Apple breaking higher. Big candle above that 10, 20, 50 SMA. She's chugging along there. Let's see what Carnival Cruise Line is doing. Carnival Cruise Line's almost in the green now, having a nice breakout. Look at that 1020 cross right here at 9:48 a.m. She retracing. Now look at the breakout here. Yeah, it's important. I want you to be able to identify these. See how she's using that blue 20 SMA as support. So she's having a breakout, coming down to that blue 20 SMA as support, having that next big breakout, retracement back down to support at that blue 20 SMA on a today 1 minute chart. Now we're going to be looking at that resistance. Target resistance area is going to be about, let's take a look at the 3-month daily. So right at about $17.50 to $18. We could break that. We're going to be quickly looking at that $20 at that as that next resistance area. So nice opportunity there on Carnival Cruise Line. I love that setup there on Carnival Cruise. We're in that trade, and I think that's going to continue to climb there. Tesla up 3.23%. Pinterest up 1.2%. Overstock's down about 7% today, 7.34%. Financials are taking a little bit of a dip this morning. Gold's continuing to climb here. Let's take a look at GOLD. And you see what stocks are outperforming now. The Dow is down 200 points, guys, but we're up almost $3,000 on the day. Dow's down 200 points, but we're up nearly 3,000. Why? Because we've been focusing on the sectors that are really breaking out and still climbing. Technology's looking good, and we've been loading up on tech stocks. And that's why we're having that big breakout like we are seeing today in our account. So really nice job identifying those trends and breakouts there. And that's the importance of being a patient and disciplined trader, is searching for those opportunities, see what sector is outperforming the market there, and see where Wall Street is piling their money into. You know, you don't want to be jumping into a sector that's not doing anything yet. You want to look at those sectors that have some momentum. And that's why we've been focusing on tech stocks lately. NASDAQ's leading the way up new highs. NASDAQ's almost at 12,000. Wow. New all-time highs today on NASDAQ. Guys, breaking news. There's unusual options activity coming out on Carnival Cruise Line right now. They're picking up the 1750 strike calls they're picking up for the January 15th, 2021 Expo. So take a look here. We'll bring up that option chain. CCL. Take a look at the January 15th, 2021. 1750 strike. Look at the total volume and open interest on CCL here. That 1750 strike call is going for about $4 a contract. So 2150 is your break even. At $25, you have 100% return. We picked up some regular calls on CCL for the October 16th Expo. We picked up the 1750 strike call. Wow, we are up nicely on that today. CCL is still continuing to climb. So you guys remember last week we picked up that October 16th 1750 strike call on Carnival Cruise Line, and that's up 30% today. That's still continuing to climb. We are looking good with our trades. We're able to identify nice breakouts with our trade plan. And you can see the stocks that we're in are outperforming the market today. That is looking great here. About 10:20. Let's see, anything else coming up? MGM, unusual options activity. Let's take a look at MGM here. MGM, they are picking up the 25 strike call for October 16th. MGM, October 16th. Now remember, vaccines coming, right? That's why you're seeing certain sectors break out. The casino stocks, the hotels, the airlines, the cruise lines, they're the worst performing sectors. Why? Because of COVID. So now that we're hearing that there's going to be a fast track vaccination for emergency use within the next 30 days, we're going to start seeing a climb on these. And that's why you're seeing that unusual option activity come in on certain sectors here in certain industries. So I love what we're seeing there. There's about 1,359 contracts for that 25 strike call for the October 16th. Kodak has some unusual options activity coming in. They're picking up the 7 strike calls for September 4th, this week's Expo. 6,300 contracts. I'm not a fan of Kodak. You know, that's just a trader stock there. You know, they're trading that back and forth. They didn't get that government contract, so I'm not worried about Kodak. I don't want to chase something that's not there. So you got to filter out the garbage between the gold stuff there when you're looking at unusual options activity. You know, see what's really, you know, the focus there. because you could have just some guy that's going in making a big trade that has no idea what the hell he's doing, and then it'll come up on the unusual option activity, and you certainly don't want to jump in just because something comes up on the unusual options activity. It's really important to filter out some of those. AMD, new highs of the day. AMD trades up $3,000 now for the day. Continuing to break higher there. I think we're going to see AMD really break out. AMD, I think we're going to see that at $100 a share by the end of November. I really think that's going to run. We can look at further trades in the afternoon on that as well. Let's see here. Anything else? Western Digital's unusual option activity. WDC. Look at that hook pattern on Western Digital, sorry. Western Digital had a nice drop, 3250 support, starting that climb. Just had that MACD cross. 1020 is starting to climb here. You're seeing that uptrend now in that 10 SMA on a daily chart here. You're going to be looking for that crossover probably in the next 3 to 4 days there on WDC. Now, a nice target on this is an easy 42.50, a $5 climb there. That's about a 12% move higher from where she's at right now. So from 37.90 to 42.50, it's about a 12% move there in the underlying equity. With an option, that's going to be massive. So let's take a look at the calendar, see when that earnings are coming out on Western Digital. WDC, that's important to look at that, because when you're looking for that hook pattern set up there, we could easily get back up to that 42.50, but we have to make sure there's nothing coming up. So it just had earnings on August 5th, so there's nothing going to be coming up on that for a bit. You could be looking at the October 16th monthly expo there on WDC if you wanted to take advantage of that continued climb there and that breakout here on Western Digital. So 42.50 would be my target on that. Your stop is simple. A close below, let's say, we could even say 30, I would say 36.65 would be my stop on Western Digital. That's a nice opportunity though. She gets even up to that 40 resistance. That's still a $2 climb from where she's at. So if you look at the option chain, you look at the delta and the theta, we could easily identify where she's going to be trading at if she gets up to right around $40 a share. Workhorse shares are trading higher after the company announced agreements with Hitachi to support higher production. Hitachi will review Workhorse's operations and provide recommendations to support increased production requirements. Alrighty, so Exact Science, EXAS ticker symbol. Take a look at EXAS. Exact Science's shares are spiking higher. Hearing traders are circulating chatter of the European Union approval for coronavirus home kit. So this company just made a coronavirus home kit that's been approved by the EUA, and shares of Exact Sciences, EXAS, are jumping on that news. Stock's up almost 5% here. Nice climb. Look at that climb there. So she's got support right around, let's say, $72 a share. She's starting that climb. I'd be looking at a target of $81 to $85 if you wanted to pick up Exact Sciences off that news. That's great news there. That could be a nice little swing trade on Exact Sciences off that news. AMD still breaking higher. 3,200 now for the day on AMD. Take a look. AMD 87.25 a share, continuing to run higher. Today, 1 minute chart here, and we are at the highs of the day on that candle. AMD, notice how we talked about this breakout earlier. We were talking about that retracement down to that 20 SMA before that continued break higher. Look at, she's been continuing to do that this entire breakout momentum. So keep an eye on AMD. Nice setup there, 3-month daily chart. She's breaking higher. Looking good there. What a nice way to start the morning, guys. I was exhausted. We were at the office here. We got the beginners class recorded, and we got the intermediate class recorded here this weekend. We put in about 30 hours this weekend getting these courses and classes filmed. So we got the editors here right now at the office. We rearranged the office. The editors are working on those classes, and they're going to be available for you soon in our library section on the website. Once they get ready, I'm going to let you guys know so you guys could start watching them. And you guys on YouTube, if you want to come join us, breakingchartalerts.com. You guys could come join us, www.breakingchartalerts.com. Here are the pricing membership plans right here. We have a live trade room that you guys could come into. Great opportunities here. And great community of traders here. We got some really amazing traders in here. We got our trade challenge account. If you guys want to look at our trade challenge account, that's nearing 300% return since starting it. You can see the trade challenge account itself right here. And the normal trade account, you can see right here, all the trade alerts here. Our open positions, our current trades, and our closed positions. Here at Breaking Chart Alerts, it's really important that we show you guys everything we're doing. And we've made a website just for that. Here's the education part of the website, the courses that are available. The classes are going to be here too. And the classes are going to be free to our yearly Pro Elite members. They're going to be updated there for you guys to view at your viewing pleasure. So, looking good there. And if you guys want to go take our survey, go to Breaking, drop down, click on survey, and take our 30-second survey there. So you guys on YouTube, you guys could come join us. Go down here, pricing membership plans. So you could click on that. And here's the packages that are available for you guys. The $2,500 a year, that's going to include everything we talked about, everything that's here. And the Pro Trader, this is the monthly membership. And the only thing this doesn't include are the instructional classes there. Trader, that's just for the live morning. Pro Trader, that's for the morning and afternoon live trading session. And the Pro Trader Elite is for the education along with everything else, the app, everything that's included there. Alrighty. So guys, that's going to about do it for the morning session here on YouTube here. So I'm going to get off of here. We made some trades. Here are the trades we made this morning. Here is the order status. We made a trade on Tesla, UPS, and Snapchat to start off the week here. I think we're looking for another big week here. So great job, guys. And those of you in the trade room, I see all your messages of how well your accounts are at new highs. Really happy to hear that. We got a call from Martha over the weekend there. She's from Mexico. And she's like, Dave, my account's at new all-time highs. She thanked me, and it was really nice hearing from you, Martha. So thank you for that call. And hope you are doing well this morning. Alrighty, guys, I will see you guys in the afternoon trade session here. We're going to finish up these videos here and get those updated on the website for you. So, you guys on YouTube, hope to see you in the afternoon live trade session. You could just go to www.breakingchartalerts.com, sign up, and we'll see you there. Take care, guys, and I'll see you shortly. Alrighty, bye-bye.